everybody, it's Kristen with Hasta Cielo y Mas, and today is Friday, the 20th of October, 2017, and I'm coming to you with my 44-week duodenal switch update. I have a lot to get into today, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm calling this my Stop and Smell the Roses update. So amazing. I have this rose bush in my front yard, and it was a gift from a friend. I have it in a vase that says friends are angels, and I decided to stop and smell the roses today. Forgive the mosquitoes. I am still dealing with those out here on my porch, but we'll give this a try. Anyway, I started my journey last July, late July, the 29th of July of last year, 2016, with a weight of 435. My high weight last summer was 450, and I had reduced that to 435 before going to the bariatric consult. At that time, I was asked to lose between 50 and 70 pounds, and I was able to use the ketogenic diet to lose 64 pounds pre-op. My surgery was December the 13th, 2016. I had a weight of 371. And last week, I came to you with a weight of 266.6. And this week, I come to you with a weight on Tuesday of 265. My weight is not 265 today. It is a bit up from that. And so that's why I decided to stop and smell the roses and look back and reflect on where we've come from in the past year and a half. I am down a total of 170 pounds from my bariatric consult. 170 pounds. 170 pounds. And from my, not maybe my highest weight, I don't know what my highest weight was, but from last summer. So literally 18 months ago, I'm down at least 185 pounds. So that is tremendous. And since surgery, I'm down 106 pounds. So I have been on a 30-day ketogenic cleanse, and I have the book to show you. This is the Maria Emmerich 30-day ketogenic cleanse book. It is very, very, very thick. It's a big, big book. I highly recommend this book. I had been using the Kindle edition until Saturday when I went to a book signing at my bariatric support group and was able to meet Maria Emmerich, and that was amazing. I had been really super excited about it, and so I was able to get 3 books. I got this one, the 30-day ketogenic cleanse, which is the diet that, or the plan that I'm currently modifying but on. I got this one, the quick and easy ketogenic cooking cookbook, and that one is also very, very thick. And then this one I've really been enjoying. I've been enjoying all of them, but this one is called the Ketogenic Cookbook, and it's by Jimmy Moore, who's very, very famous in the keto community, and Maria Emmerich, and once again, a very, very thick cookbook. Those of you who like to cook, you'll love these cookbooks, but you know, many of us don't really know how to cook keto. Many of us have never done it before because it's such a different concept, using high fat, very low carb, you know, so there's a lot of great adaptations, great ideas and suggestions, very, very, what's the word, easy to find, and just, I don't know, just amazing, guides to how to modify things. So that I really liked because I get overwhelmed with that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed meeting Maria Emmerich, and I did get a chance to actually spend a little bit of one-on-one time with her, and that was just amazing. So if you're looking for more information about keto, there's really no one better than Maria Emmerich. She's been a guru in the community for about almost 15 years, over 14 years. So she's just amazing. And the practical aspects of keto, why we do keto. You know, she was a heavy-set lady, and she now is a very lean and lanky lady. She has her children on keto, and her husband is a keto fanatic as well. They're kind of in this project together. And it was just very, very exciting and interesting to get her perspective. I asked her about the whoosh effect, and that wasn't something that she subscribed to or was even very familiar with. And so it made me think, there's a lot of normal people, and I've heard Foodie turned Sleevie mention this too. There's a lot of normal people who do keto for the health aspects or the energy aspects or just normal aspects that don't have to do with rapid, fast weight loss. So I have not lost a lot of weight this month, which I kind of expected. But what I wanted to do, and I hope you guys find this a little bit interesting, I wanted to do some DS math, some duodenal switch math, some malabsorptive procedure math, because this is extremely interesting. So let's go over this real quick. So for my weekly average this week, and I've been amazing about averaging almost exactly the same every day, eating almost exactly the same every day, and we're on day 20, so that's pretty incredible. And I'm not eating the same thing every day. I'm just getting lucky, I guess, getting it kind of right. So my protein average has been 92. Now, as a de-esser, it needs to be higher than that, but that's pretty much where I've been, around 90 to 100. And so it's not really that shocking that that's where it's at right now with my keto. I still have a lot of restriction, especially with meat and with protein. And because I'm doing very low carb this month, the idea of drinking multiple shakes, which might have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 carbs in it, that's just not something I'm wanting to do. So my protein has been 92, my fat has been 108, and my carbs, I'm going to use for this scenario, my net carbs have been averaging 12. 18 with 6 average fibers, so 12. So when you multiply these by their respective calorie counts, 92 times 4 is 368. 12 times 4 is 48. And 108 times 9 is 972. We get a total of 1,388. If I did not have a malabsorptive procedure, I would be eating 1,388 calories, which may sound like a lot to y'all. I know that there are still VSGers out there in the 400 to 500 calorie range, even far out, like even where I'm at, or maybe they're at a 800 to 1,000 calories. So 1,388 might sound like a lot. But what we're going to do is we're going to take those same figures and convert them to DS math. Now, I hope I have de-essers out there that are watching me and can correct me if I get some of this wrong. And everybody is different. Every body is different. Every surgery is different. The length of the common channel is different. Mine is 150, I believe, but I have not gotten my surgery report, and I do intend to do that soon. But my doctor said it's 150. So my protein, which was 92, which remember is 368 when you multiply the protein times 4 for the calories, I only absorb about 50% of my protein. So I'm at 184 calories for my protein for the average day. We're going to assume that I absorb all of my carbs, which I'm eating very little, so we're going to put the number 48 in for my carbs. For my fat, I malabsorb 80%, so I only absorb 20%. So I'm eating 972 calories of fat, but I'm only absorbing 194. So my total average is 426 calories that I'm absorbing. Okay, so what does that tell us? Okay, I have lost very little weight this month, literally less than 2 pounds in 3 weeks. I could be real disappointed about that, but I'm trying not to be. But over the course of a week, my body needs about 18,550 calories to maintain my weight. That would be my current weight of 265 times 10, which as a woman and as a relatively sedentary woman, more or less, that's where I'd be to maintain. Possibly a little less, but that's more or less where I'd need to be. I am only consuming on average 426 calories that I'm absorbing. So I have a deficit daily of about 2,224 calories. If you take that and do the math, I'm not going to figure it out, but do the math on based on what I'm absorbing and what I should be to maintain, I should be losing about 4.4 pounds a week. Okay. I'm not. Now, this week, a YouTuber that I do watch, who's had tremendous success with her VSG, mentioned that she's been losing about 4.4 pounds a week, or about over 4 pounds a week through her entire 1 year journey to get to where she's at. She started at about my size. She is about 10 years younger than I am. And I know that she consumes between 400 and 600 calories a day, even still after, almost a year. So, everybody is different. Every body is different. It's also complicated. Why am I not losing weight? What's happening? Am I in starvation mode? Is 426 calories just not enough? Has my body said, hey, hold on? Well, I did get a chance to speak to my bariatric dietitian on Saturday at my group. And I told her, I've gone uber low carb this month, and we talked about constipation. I said, yep, I'm having that. And she said, let's talk about where you're at in your journey. You had a 64-pound weight loss pre-op. You went through 6 months of pretty rapid weight loss, and it's time for your body to slow down some. She said between months 1 and 6, you see rapid weight loss, dramatic weight loss. Between months 6 and 9, or 6 and 10, you see a significant decrease, maybe 5 to 7 pounds a month. And I hit that some months. And then she said between months 10 and 12, sometimes you don't see any weight loss, or maybe 1 to 2 pounds a month. Well, that's where I'm at. The doctors call it homeostasis, that your body is trying to just hang on for dear life, basically. It's confused. It's conflicted. It is what it is. So I have decided to consider a no scale November. I'm really struggling with the scale because I weigh daily, and I shouldn't do that, but I just do. I get up, go to the bathroom, and weigh. And, I don't like what I see a lot of the times. And so I'm thinking about doing a no scale November, not weighing at all in the month of November. When Foodie turned Sleevie last week said that she was going to only weigh once a month, I was kind of envious of that. I was like, and I know she's a daily weigher, and I was like, wow, that's a great idea. So coming upon my 1 year Surgiversary in December, I think that's what I need to do. I'm going to be in Mexico for the first 10 days of the month. I do have a doctor's appointment later in the month, and so I will weigh then. But, I think I'm going to give this a try. I am going to be making videos from Mexico and whatnot, but I don't think I'm going to have weights for you. So, I hope you're okay with that, because I'm kind of really excited about it. I've thought about a scaleless September, but I think a no scale November just makes all too much sense. So, I want to do a huge shout out to Foodie Turned Sleevie on her Surgiversary. Your video was the bomb. It was just amazing. I loved it. And just to see all the highlights from your journey was just remarkable. So many of those nuggets have stuck with me. And there were some that didn't even make the highlight reel that have stuck with me. So I just am so proud of you. Love you so much. And if you do not follow Foodie Turned Sleevie, you need to. So her link will be down here in the bottom. And another thing before I go, Yesterday was my 1 year appointment with my neuro-otologist. Um, he's a good guy. He's intelligent. He's a great surgeon. He did my surgery for my mastoidectomy. But there's really not much that can be done for my condition. The condition I have is severe, profound, rare, unusual, and there's nothing that can be done for it. It's similar to paralysis where you're in a wheelchair. Right now, there's no cure. You think about Christopher Reeve and all he did to promote a cure for spinal cord injury. It's very similar to that. I have vestibular paralysis. There's nothing that can be done. Therapy can do very little, and there's no medication, and there's just nothing that can be done. So he was very understanding when I told him that it's frustrating to have slimmed down so much, but yet feel no better, maybe feel worse. And so one of the things we talked about was my research study that I'm trying to get into, and we discussed the option of looking into two research studies, the Johns Hopkins study in Baltimore and then a study that's taking place in Seattle. So I'm ready to put my name in the hat, let them know I exist at those two research institutions and see what happens. So I had actually thought about waiting till after plastics to even make contact with them, but my doctor said he thought I should just make contact now. So I think I'm going to do that. Another thing is that I have figured out a way to fund my plastics, and I'm super excited about that. As you know, I live on disability, and my husband's a laborer, and we have 3 kids, and my mother-in-law's here. So the previous way that I had intended to fund plastics really would have put a major crimp in our family budget. We do fairly well with our budget because my house is paid off and we have no car debt. But we do have credit card debt and that we need to work on, and other expenses, lots of other expenses. As you know, we've been working with my mother-in-law's health, and we're self-pay, private pay for that. So anyway, I'm excited, really excited to go to Mexico with Joni and just see what this whole plastic surgery thing is all about. I'm a long ways from that at this point, but hopefully, just as this past 10 months, 12 months have just passed by so quickly, the next 10 or 12 months will pass by that quickly. So I love y'all. I want to thank you for your support, and God bless y'all from the heart of Texas. Take care. Bye-bye.